In this guide, we're going to look at info collection in the new Eventotron. Info collection is Eventotron's form building system. It allows you to decide what information you need, who you need it from, and how that information should be organised. Throughout this guide, I'll use the word season. In Eventotron, a season might be a festival, touring scheme, programme, application round, or another period of activity. The terminology may differ, but info collection works in the same way. To get started, open your season and select Info Collection from the season dashboard. Info collection can be used to collect different kinds of information. Event forms collect information from the people managing participating events. Venue forms collect information from venue managers. And session forms collect information relating to a particular performance, showing, or occurrence of an event. You don't need to use all of these. Choose the areas that match the way your season operates. So for this introduction, we're going to look at a simple event form. Before we build anything, I just want to explain how forms are organised. There are 3 levels: sections, forms, and fields. You can think of a section as a chapter, a form as a page within that chapter, and a field as an individual question. Now you can see here under the form structure, I already have a form built, and this is because I've used one of Eventotron's season templates to start, which is a good way to see how it all works, and then obviously you can make as many changes as you need to. So we've got this welcome section, and in it this form, and the form literally just has some instructions. So you can see here the properties for that question, and the field type is instructions. So there are multiple different field types you can choose from, and then the instructions content is there, and whether that's appearing online or in print, the role permissions, and then you can add conditional logic to individual questions, to forms, and to sections. Now we're going to look at this pre-built registration section. So this is the section, and again you can give the section a description, and I'll show you how this all looks to the event manager as they're working through the forms. So we're going to look at this basics form. So as you can see, the form has a title, and you can edit that, change that, call it something different, and you can also put in a bit of a description there as well. And then these are the individual questions in the form, and you can see here that some of them are marked as required, so that the event producer has to answer these questions in order to continue moving through the form. So I'm just giving you a little overview of that, and you can see here we've got these conditional questions. You can set any field, form, or section to be conditional based on the answer to a previous question. So that's quite helpful if you want to, expand out and get answers based on specific categories, for example. So we've got an About Me, My Company form here within the registration section. As I say, these are all template fields, and you can change them, add to them, and make alterations as you see fit. I'm just going to add a question so you can see how that looks. So you press the little cross icon here, and you can choose from a custom field, so you can build your own question and decide what type of question it needs to be, or you can choose a question from the library here. So I want to add in this stage of development question, so I just click that, and it's pre-built that question for me. So you can see the field type is drop down, and it's going to ask give all these options to the event producer. So I'm just going to show you what this form looks like to an event manager. So you just use the preview button in info collection, and I'm previewing as an event producer, so I'm seeing it exactly as the event producer would see it. So there's that welcome text. I'm going to move on to the next bit, and here's my basics. So I can, as the season manager, I can work through the form and fill it in just as just as an artist or an event producer would, and you can see here as I fill it in, it shows how far along I've got. And I'm just going to show you that question that I've added in. So stage of development, there you can see how it works in terms of choices I've got there. And I'll just show you the marketing and social section as well. So this form asks for all the sort of public facing information about the event, and you can ask your event producer to upload images and to your specific specifications. So you build the question to get the image in exactly the orientation and the style that you want. So there you go. Yes, and then we have these special sections. I'm just going back to the builder now. So I'm flipping that toggle there. And you can see here we've got these special sections, the venue browser, the session scheduler and payments. And they allow you to set things up, again, as they work for your season or festival. So you can either have the venue browser so that it's visible to the event producers and they can choose to apply to venues that you're working with, or you can keep that hidden so that you do the scheduling yourselves as the season management. And payments you can set up for whatever configuration you need. So if you take a registration fee or if you take an application fee, you can set that up and automate for that to be taken at the point that the event producer completes various stages of your forms. We've also got this office use section here. Again, you don't have to have this. This is it's all completely customizable, but we suggest that this might be useful. And this is a section that's completely hidden from anyone other than season management. And this might be where you put anything that you need to keep private against your events in your event list.